What is up guys, this is F and welcome to a rather different video actually, because in this video I'm not going to talk about Call of Duty but about the new movie called The Hobbit. Because I just came back from the preview or pre-release of the movie here in Sweden. It comes out the 12th of December, so that's in 4 days, and I was lucky, thanks to a friend, to be able to see it 4 days earlier. And in the background you will see just me opening up the goodie bag or whatever it's called, with some different things in it, like some candy and some like Lord of the Rings merchandise. Yeah, you can pretty much see it all on the screen. I'm just recorded it with my crappy mobile phone. So yeah, I want to talk a little about the movie and what I thought, because I'm reckoning the most people have watched Lord of the Rings and the most people will watch The Hobbit, because, well, it feels like some kind of universal movie that the most people enjoy. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was just as good as the old Lord of the Rings movies, and I actually had a big surprise when the movie was finished, and that was that The Hobbit is going to come in 3 parts actually, which I did not know before I watched it. I thought it was only going to be one movie, considering the Lord of the Rings books are like twice or 3 times as big as the Hobbit book, and yet they do 3 parts of the Hobbit. But, well, I don't think that's a bad thing actually, because in the Lord of the Rings movies they missed out on a lot of things that well, a lot of details, and some characters they completely left out in the movie. So I think it's a good smart choice to do 3 parts so that everything in the book gets covered. And yeah, it was a lot of new techniques, and it was 3D of course, like the most of the new movies, and all the orcs and goblins and stuff were made in the were made like computer made instead of makeup, like the orcs and urukais in the older movies was, which it was a bit different, but they felt a bit more alive for some reason. But for some of them, like the goblins, felt almost plastic. I'm not sure, but there was a lot of big differences, like the cave trolls. You know, in the older movies the cave trolls never speak, they just seem like almost like animals. But in this movie it's actually 3 cave trolls that like interact and talk with the characters, with Bilbo and the other characters in the Fellowship. It's actually a bit like the Fellowship of the Ring. I mean, it's a fellowship of dwarves this time instead, going on a quest to retake Erebor, the old dwarven city, guarded by that dragon who took it over a long while back. Well, I guess I shouldn't spoil too much about the movie, considering I didn't know this before I watched the movie. And I haven't read Hobbit, the book, but I'm probably going to soon, because I really enjoyed it, and I want to see how it continues. Because as I said, this was part 1 of 3, and it was really like cut off in the middle of, not in the middle of a battle, but halfway through the journey. So there's a lot more to come. And the old characters, some of the old characters were still with them, like Gandalf the Grey. It was the same actor, and he looks pretty much the same as in the old movies, so that was something good. And it was fun to meet some new characters, such as the dwarfs, which the only dwarf in the older movies were what's his name, Gimli. So this was a complete new race. And the orcs, as I said when I talked about the new effects, like the computer-made orcs, they really look completely different than from the old movies. It's almost like it's a different race. I mean, the orcs looks a bit more varied in this movie, and they look very unique and more alive actually. So overall, it's like it's really clear that this movie is made 10 years after the first movie, because the techniques in the recording and the special effects are a lot different than from the old movies. But well, that's good thing. That's a good thing, I guess. Some things you can miss, some things is good, and well, overall, I had a really good impression of this movie, and I really recommend you guys to go and check it out as soon as it hits the cinemas. And overall, I'm super happy with this movie, and I'm really looking forward to the next two parts, and hopefully they will be just as good as this one, if not better. I hope you guys enjoyed this different video, and let me know if you are going to watch The Hobbit, and if you have watched it already, or if you're not interested at all. Well, I'll see you the next time. Bye.